Well, if that picture did not entice you, the next picture will. Oh my gosh, you guys, we are going to make a beet carrot roasted salad. Unbelievable, it is so delicious. So let's just get started. What we want to do is prepare the vegetables first. So I have 1 pound of beets here, and I have red beets. Yeah, I just throw them on the floor. Get that root end off. And I'm going to peel them. But now, watch the slick way I peel them. This is so cool. Peeling. 9 seconds. 9 seconds and they're peeled. So cool. Now I also have some golden beets here because I want both of them for the salad. Now I'm just using one of the golden beets. The other, trust me, will not go to waste. I love beets. Unlike cameraman, who even though he knows how healthy they are, refuses to eat them. All done. So what I have here is 1 pound of carrots and 1 pound of beets. Now I am going to peel the carrots. This is a preference, I'm quite sure, but I think they have kind of like an earthy taste. Maybe that's a nice word for saying not very pleasant on the peel. So I peel them, but it's up to you. If you want to leave it on, that's good. Cut the end off. Now I'm going to cut them into about a 1/4 inch plank here, but I want a lot of surface. So I want it like that because the more surface I have on there, ow, don't do the fingers. The more surface I have on there, the reason I'm cutting them diagonal like there, is that as it is sitting on that cookie sheet, it is going to be browning so much better than if it's a disc. You'll have more surface that has been browned. Now we're going to move on to our beets. Now, look at this, look at that. Oh, so if you don't want to have this stained look on your hands, then use some gloves, but I personally don't care. Alrighty, so going to cut down on this, and then again about 1/4 inch. And obviously, if they're all about the same, they'll cook about the same, right? Makes sense. Now we're going to cut up our golden, about the same. Oh, I think I need to cut this one this way first. There. Now just look at the beauty in here. Look at that. Oh, I love this so much. You know, there's certain things I make that I make because cameraman likes it, or we decide that you're going to enjoy it. I will tell you, this one's for me. I can't hardly wait to eat it. We're going to get ready now to get these prepared to go into the oven. Now what I have done is I kick that oven up to 500 degrees and I put a cookie sheet on the bottom rack. That cookie sheet is scalding hot, really hot. But what happens is when we bring the cookie sheet out, transfer the vegetables on, immediately they're going to start to caramelize, immediately. All right, so in here I have 2 tablespoons of good olive oil, a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now we want to mix that up really good. Now you're thinking, well, why can't I do that on the cookie sheet? Well, I don't think you should, and the reason is that that cookie sheet is going to come out of the oven. This will be laid out and go right back in really quickly. If you try to do this on the cookie sheet, keep in mind you're going to be trying to do something on a cookie sheet that's 500 degrees. That is not pleasant, and that would be a pretty bad burn too. All right, come up here close, cameraman, because they're going to hear the sizzle. Listen to this. Oh, isn't that glorious? Oh. Now I'm not going to be crazy about getting the flat side down on all of them, but I'm going to try to do it as much as I can because I really like that crystallized part that happens when you just take that extra minute. All right, now so what we're going to do now is we're going to pop this back in the oven. It's going to be at 500 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes just until it is fork tender. So here goes. Bottom rack, most intense heat. Now we're ready for our dressing. This salad has to have a dressing that is just as special as the salad. So what I have done is I have diced 3 tablespoons of shallots, and I'm using the same bowl. As I pulled it out, cameraman said, oh, that bowl's dirty. But what's it dirty with? It's only dirty with the ingredients that we already have going in there, so it's just fine. 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/8 teaspoon of pepper, which I have combined because I ran out of my little glasses. Shallots, if you haven't worked with them, it's like an onion, but much more delicate. It's a really, really delicate flavor to it. If you wanted to use leeks here, you could as well. If you wanted to use onions, that would be fine as well. It's entirely up to you, but I just really like that. Now here I have 1 teaspoon of honey. Now what I have done is a little bit more than 1 teaspoon. I probably have 1.5 teaspoons in there. But you can start with 1 and see how you feel about it. Alrighty. Our dressing is done. And for the most part, all of our work is done. So I'm going to set that off to the side. We're going to wait for 20 more minutes until our vegetables are done, and then we get to have an outrageously good lunch. I shall return. Well, just take a look at that. Oh my goodness, it is fantastic. And we've got that char on the bottoms of them. Oh, this is just like, to me, this is like heaven. Oh my goodness. Now, while these are still very hot, I'm going to go ahead and put them in the dressing. And the reason for that is that the heat from these are going to wilt those shallots. Just soften them up a little bit. Well, you want to play too. Okay. We're going to let this all absorb, giving it just a few turns here and there, but I'm going to let this come to room temperature, which will be probably about another 20 minutes. And when that happens, I will show you how we're going to finish up the salad, and I think you're going to love it. All right, we'll be back. Okay, I think that we are ready now to plate this. And what I have done is I have got a beautiful platter here, and I have lined it with watercress. Now, if you're not familiar with watercress, it's a really delicate green. It's kind of peppery, and it's beautiful. I love watercress. You can find it everywhere. Most grocery stores carry it. What you want to do, though, is these hard stems like this, you want to get rid of those. I thought I had gotten rid of most of them, but see, that's going to be a little bit tough. You just want the tender leaves on there. Okay, so we have our beautiful vegetables, and I'm going to just put them right in the center here. I think what's interesting is that you can no longer distinguish between the carrots and the yellow beets. However, your body will distinguish the difference because there's just different vitamin contents in the golden ones, and actually they are healthier for you than the red ones. So you will be able to have both of them in there. Just look at this, you guys. Oh. Now, this would be glorious just as it is, but I think we can make it better. Here I have some walnuts that I have toasted, and I'm just going to drop a few walnuts over the top. And then I have some sprinkles of blue cheese. Now let me tell you about this salad. This is a salad that when you were in that very high-end restaurant and you ordered a salad, a beet salad with multiple beets on it, and it was $39, and it came to your table and you loved it, this is exactly what you would be getting. Outrageously beautiful salad, and so delicious and so healthy. Okay, so I think what I will do is take a little bit of the watercress on the bottom, and then a nice helping of these beautiful vegetables, just like that. So in this bowl we have nuts, and we have blue cheese, we have a gorgeous dressing. We have all the elements of something being superb. So, here we go. This is so amazing. It's just so amazing. Oh. If you enjoy roasted vegetables, you can taste that little bit of char, that little bit of caramelization on them. The dressing is, it's just a gift. It's just a gift. But all of it combined with the watercress and the nuts and the Roquefort dressing, all of it, so beautiful. So I'm just gonna say thank you so much for joining us. Cameraman just said I said it was Roquefort dressing, but blue cheese is Roquefort dressing. So if you use blue cheese, Roquefort, or Stilton, it's all the same. You have variety here. What about, think about this, what about some goat cheese and roasted pistachios? Whoa, that would be so good. So I have plenty here for lunch for me, and dinner for me, and lunch tomorrow for me, because I know I'm going to have trouble getting cameraman to try it. But let me ask, will you at least take one bite? That was a yes.
Yes.
All right, you guys, I'm going to leave all the ingredients below. I'm going to ask you to please subscribe because it just really helps us out a lot. And I'm going to hope that you have an amazing, wonderful day. Give us a thumbs up if you think this is as good as we do. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day. We will see you on the next video. Bye.